Well, hello there, and welcome to KGL TV. I'm Reverend Kelly, and this is The Voice. Thanks for tuning in. We're in season 1, and this is episode 3. We did 2 episodes last week with Jackson Lawson in Australia, who actually created the Can Avengers. And we also spoke to Otis Galloway, a host on KGL TV. And he's in Scotland. Today, we actually have a guest, a co host from Canada, where I am. So we don't travel around the world. We had some technical difficulties last week, and I'm hoping it's because we were speaking to humans on other continents. We will see if that happens today with our guest being from Canada. And we have Chef Adam here today because I am smack dab in the middle of a competition. We are just less than a week away from So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis Ontario edition. This is the 5th time, technically the 4th time, that I have produced this competition. I say technically because the last time we did it in Vancouver, it was a 2-parter. It was part 1 in October and part 2 in January of this year. And so sort of we've done it 4 or 5 times, 4 times to get on Vancouver's, or British Columbia's best cannabis chef. So that's sort of how it's happened in the past. But this time in June 1st, we're going to have Ontario's best cannabis chef. We have done the competition in Ontario, but only as a warm-up before. This is the big one. This is the first time we will crown Ontario's best cannabis chef. And they have worked for it. There are 6 competitors. I'm so proud of them. It's been such an honor to get to know them over the last couple of months. They're amazing. They're pioneers. They want to make a difference in the cannabis scene in Canada. They want to show off their skills, their genius, and their artistry, which it really is. Being a chef is an artist. And I'm going to say this. The most egotistical artists I've ever met in my life are chefs, for real. And I've worked with like performing artists, rappers and DJs and stuff, but the guys that have the biggest egos are the chefs. And I thought for a long time, I'm like, why is this? But it is because they're so different and rare. When you've got a chef that can actually make you feel elevated from just eating food, like that's like science, right? That's scientists. So have your egos, my friends, your big giant heads and your big giant hearts too. And this competition is full of them. There are 6 competitors. And as I was saying, we have Chef Adam here today. He'll be joining us just after the break. And we're going to talk to him about all that he's been doing. He's been doing this for a while. And he actually teaches formulas. He actually teaches people how to do this. So amazing, right? Somebody that we are really looking forward to getting to know and to speaking to. So as I've been saying, this is The Voice. Should I show you some more pictures of The Voice? See, Jackson made her. Can you see her? Okay, so Jackson made The Voice, the character of the Can Avengers, and she's the voice of cannabis. And he says he made her in my likeness. Hold on, just for a second. Let's just, no. Jackson. But he's amazing, right? He created all of these characters. And I'm just so honored to sit with that title, to be able to have a show called The Voice of Cannabis based on her. Look at these characters. Aren't they amazing? So he's created like live action like comics for it. There's series, there's a movie in development. He believes that he will have this picture on vitamins one day. I believe it too, like children's vitamins, because kids need cannabis too. I'm not talking about intoxicating kids. I'm talking about like wellness, and vitamins are wellness, right? And cannabis is vitamins and wellness all put into one. And so Jackson in Australia is thinking like forward thinking. Sometimes when we talk to people about this, they're like, what? Kids? No, what are you talking about? Characters for kids that have cannabis? It's scary, but no, actually, that's a really great way to be able to explain it. And there are so many children that are using cannabis for their medicine right now. I know children that have been not healed, but on their way there because of cannabis medicine. Children that have had epileptic seizures that were using doctor pharmaceutical pills and other things, other modalities, and they were not working. Then they use cannabis and now they don't have them, right? And those are children, actual children. So when he's thinking about this for the future of this, that's what he's thinking. The whole world will get on board eventually when we free the plant, right? And what the tie into that is that with So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis, check this out. The very first chef can Avenger will be crowned as well. So it's Ontario's best cannabis chef. So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis, but also the very first can Avenger chef, because that is science and that is a superhero, somebody that can take cannabis and food and put it together to teach us that that's wellness and our body needs that. That's a hero if I've ever heard of one. And it could be Chef Adam. Chef Adam, do you want that title? Do you want to be made into a Can Avenger? We're going to hear from him. We're going to get the answer to that question right after this break.
One of the biggest areas for growth in the cannabis industry is actually cannabis hospitality. And did you know you could start your own business for under $5,000? Allow me to take you through my mentorship program to receive your cannabis hospitality stewardship certificate, where we're going to allow you to understand this plant in a way in which you can actually shepherd the plant to people. And not only a way to start a new career, but a way to actually enrich people's lives so they can use the benefits of cannabis to enhance their lifestyle. Please join me on this revolutionary journey.
I played that promo on purpose exactly at that time because we are just 1 week away, like 6 days away from the CCTA membership drive. So you know what happens every summer. So regularly the CCTA membership is $250, but during the summer it's only $100. It's founder member pricing. And we do that for June and July and August. This will be the third year that we've done it. And it always works. People are like, I wait for that to sign up. So we want you to sign up. So CCTA, CanadianCannabisTourism.com. I think I got that website right. It was on the commercial. Rewind back if you were watching it later on. Okay. So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis coming June 1st. It's Ontario's edition. It's presented by Zipmaster Supply Co. Hi, Kim. And it is going to happen at Ted Reader's The Joint in Whitby. And there are, I think, 4 tickets left. Don't quote me on that at this very time. If you're watching this later on, there might not be any. And if you want those tickets, kglnetwork.org, and you can push the little ticket button. It says buy now or something like that, and it will send you to the feed to get to me. And then you can have those last few tickets. Adam, do you want to be a Can Avenger, Adam? What do you think?
I've never been called a hero in my life. So yeah, let's do it.
Now, if you were to be able to design it, would you have a cape? Would you fly? Would you have a mask? What would you want if it was ideal to you?
I think it really depends on kind of the mood that I would be in at the moment. If I'm in the kitchen, I think I'd be Mr. Stabby. But just normal everyday life. Yeah, I think a great big cape would be exciting.
Yeah. I think they help fly. I think they help us superheroes fly. So I would want a cape too. Hey, Adam, how are you today? Are you having a great Tuesday?
I am fantastic.
We're live here on KGL TV. Anybody that's watching this on a different day than Tuesday, then that's okay. It's just Tuesday right now for us. Hey, Adam, tell us a little bit about you, where you're calling in from, and what brings you to the competition.
So my name is Adam. I am the co-founder and chef at Your Canna Chef. And today I am actually up at our cabin just outside of Brechin, Ontario on Lake Simcoe. So if the sound has waves crashing in the background, I apologize, but I'm in the midst. We actually just moved here permanently on the weekend, and I am clearing brush so that I can set up my outdoor kitchen very shortly. So it's a whole bunch of physical labor today.
What what is an outdoor kitchen? Talk about that. Tell us a little bit about what an outdoor kitchen is, Adam.
Everything that you would have and more in a regular house kitchen. I have that in my outdoor kitchen, and yeah, it's everything from flat tops to great big grills and ovens and all kinds of fun stuff. I just love being outdoors, so
Mm.
not being cooped up in the kitchen is fun for me. So yeah, we do a ton of work outside.
Will you be able to see like water, like a beautiful view like that while you're like cooking things?
I
What
am
a
I am
dream come true. My
Yeah,
goodness.
my kitchen will be about 6 steps away from Lake Simcoe.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm
Living
spoiled.
life.
I'm
Life
very,
is
very spoiled.
well, but you know what? Anybody that ends up with that in their life has obviously worked for it. And I believe fully in reciprocity. We always are given a balance of what we give and what we take back. And so if you have that beautiful heavenly view, then you've earned it. You deserve it, Adam. Tell us
There,
a
there,
little bit about your journey, how you got to that place.
how we got here, this property has actually been in my wife's family for
Oh,
90-ish years.
oh my goodness.
And about 3 years ago, we started planning the move to kind of move up here and slow life down a little bit. So over the last couple of years, we've been building the cabin, and then just working towards being able to be here in the summer, spring, summer, fall, and then the plan is to travel during the winters and not experience the fun that Lake Simcoe can be in the winter.
Mm.
But yeah, so it's been a very very intentional I guess setup that we've been doing, and a big plan. And it's incredible that it's coming true.
And you've had a recent life change. You've become empty nesters. And I was privileged to be on an email chain with yourself and our sponsor, Kim, in British Columbia for the show from Zipmaster. And both of you were talking about leaving the nest or your children leaving the nest. Mine is 18. He is going to university in September, but he has told me that with the climate of finances today, he's going to have to live with me forever, which I'm fine. But will you talk a little bit about that? Because that's such a change for you being able to juggle going away in the winter, now being here in the summers, and talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're fortunate. So I am stepdad to three amazing young women, and yeah, so Charlotte found another place to be. She was the last one with us, in when we were in St. Thomas, and so yeah, it was. I mean, I, I did not realize just emotionally how just crushing this would be, but
Yeah,
we are fortunate. I believe she's going to come up and spend 4 or 5, maybe 6 weeks with us this
good.
summer. So we'll be seeing plenty, and all of our kids are back down in southwestern Ontario, so we'll be traveling down there quite a bit.
That makes a lot of sense. I understand. Someone once told me that it's the longest breakup of our lives to watch our children grow, and that feels like that too, right? They just pull away and pull away and pull away and pull away until right. And so, how different of a life now for you? I don't know if it's necessarily freedom. I would not say that, but in a sense, it is. And I think Kim was speaking of that in her email of how freeing it is to be able to just be like, oh, I can do that without having to carry this along with this child and drive this child there at like the different stages of their life. And that is
We
true.
haven't we
So
haven't
what's
quite
next? Oh, go ahead,
Oh yeah, we haven't quite
please.
experienced that yet. It's only been a few days. So so right now it is multiple phone calls, multiple FaceTimes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I think that'll come. But yeah, right now it's all just really
Still the
fresh.
check-ins. Yeah, of course, of course. Okay, so you have an outdoor kitchen there. Will you have an indoor kitchen? And talk a little bit about that because that's your business. Share with us about your cannabis chef or your canna chef.
Yeah, so your Canna Chef, and yes, we do have an indoor kitchen as well.
Okay.
But outside is my happy space. But yeah, so your Canna Chef, we started your Canna Chef about 5 years ago, and we operate on three kind of pillars to our company. We are educators, so we teach people how to responsibly and properly cook with this plant, and how to create infusions intentionally. I think one of the greatest compliments that we were paid is that one of the chefs that's in So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis, and I mean Terrence is an incredible chef. His resume
Yeah.
is phenomenal. His food is out of this world. But he came to us, and when he decided that he wanted to kind of dive into the cannabis realm, and I took him through our process and taught him how to responsibly make infusions, and so education is one pillar,
Yeah.
and then precision is a huge thing for us. It's our second pillar in the company where um, mystery edibles have absolutely no place in my life.
Mm.
I don't enjoy them. So if I'm going to be ingesting cannabis, I want to know exactly how many milligrams I'm getting. So we test absolutely everything that comes out of our
Good.
kitchen,
Yeah.
and with that precision comes, I guess, the trust and confidence that we receive from our guests, which
Yes.
leads into the third pillar of our company, which is private dining. So
Mm.
through it's it is such a humbling thing to be a private chef. People can come to a restaurant, and I mean, I've been a chef for over 30 years, and coming to a restaurant is fantastic, and you always put your heart into everything that you make. But the private side of it, where people are inviting you into their home or into their Airbnb or into their vacation spot or wherever, to curate an experience for them, is really really humbling, and we take it very
Mm.
seriously. And so probably the greatest joy that I get out of your Canna Chef is the nights that we spend with almost strangers,
Yeah.
but we create multi course meals. All of our infusions are customizable. So
Mm.
if one person wants 5 milligrams across 5 courses, we can do that. If the next person wants 10 or 20, we can do that. And if somebody and one of the biggest things that I stand by is that every if there's somebody at the table, everybody is welcome at the table. So
Mm.
if somebody doesn't want cannabinoids in their meal,
Yeah.
they don't have to be there. And so
Right.
we've really refined our process to be truly inclusionary with our guests.
That's beautiful. There's so many ways that we can consume or be part of cannabis without having to take in a substance like that. I mean, you can have a smoking ritual without smoking. You can just breathe. You can breathe in and blow it out.
Yeah.
I say that because that's part of my ceremony when I do cannabis weddings. There are people at those weddings that do not and will not consume cannabis yet. One day, maybe. But we cannot force that on people. You can just be with the plant without having to consume it that way, smoking or eating or anything like that. And the plant just appreciates that any way that you can be open with it, right?
Absolutely, and I mean we're a big fan of minor cannabinoids because
Yeah.
when we're curating these experiences, like our goal is never the way I explain it to our guests. You're not here to get messed up, right?
Yeah.
You don't go to a fine dining restaurant and in between courses slam down 6 shots of tequila.
Right. Right. No.
Right. The goal isn't massive intoxication. The goal is to kind of create just an overall vibe and feel for
Yeah.
during the dinner. And so we'll have THC absolutely in meals, but we also lean into CBD and CBG. Not not CBN because we don't necessarily want people going night night during a dinner, but
I was just gonna say that's for sleepy time, right?
yeah, and
Right.
so yeah, it's and the great part is like we create a relationship with every guest that
Yeah.
that they need to be able to trust us and know that we know what we're doing,
Mm.
but that they're in safe hands.
Beautiful. I love that. I love that. Adam, it just so happens that we're going to talk about the cannabis news of the day. And that article is about CBG, which you just mentioned, and how it's helping people with their arthritis. And so we'll come back, we'll do a commercial, we'll come back and we'll share that article and talk a little bit about it. Educanation, a Canadian non-profit organization devoted to improving the quality of cannabis education and care across our nation and around the world. Educanation believes in continued education and support through the three-tiered membership: cannabis education and outreach services, patient education and support through their holistic clinic model. Educanation, providing the highest standard of professional and responsible cannabis education. www.educanation.info. I'm so excited for it. It's in less than a week, Adam. That's our intro to So You Think You Could Cook with Cannabis. I'm so excited.
I love that I threw a relocation in just a week before that.
Yeah.
That makes the planning for this very easy.
One of our other chefs actually has a move that day. He has to leave his family and then come back to his home, but he's going to go compete while his family is
Wow.
moving. I know.
Wow.
Oh, sorry about the date, guys.
We
Thanks
actually
a lot for coming.
we were supposed to be that weekend. We actually bumped it up a week just so that I wouldn't be an absolute rage monster while we were moving.
I get that. Thank you for accommodating our fantastic competition. It is going to be so good, for real. I mean, the caliber of you all that are coming forth, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. It's going to be amazing. It's just going to be so amazing. I cannot wait. Okay, so we're today, part of The Voice is to talk a little bit about what's happening in the news, like as if you're my actual co-host and we're on the radio. I've been doing radio since 1998, Adam, so I can't get it out of my mind. I have to
Fair
just
enough.
keep doing it for whatever reason. Can we see that on the screen? Did it come up? No, it didn't. Hold on.
Nope.
Let's see. Fingers crossed. Is it there? Yeah.
There we are.
Can you see it? Okay, so it's saying, let's close that. It's coming to us from the Marijuana Moment. So if anybody wants to check it out, that's where the article comes from. And it's the cannabis component CBG that shows promise in treating rheumatoid arthritis with its anti-inflammatory capacity. This is the study that's finding this, Adam. Oh, here's what's going to happen. All these pop-ups will come. I'll just read the first couple of lines here so we can talk about it. A lesser known cannabis component known as CBG could represent a novel treatment in the treatment of rheumatoid arthritis. It's according to a new study. Researchers at the Rambam Healthcare Campus, I love that, released preclinical findings from a study examining I'm going to say this wrong, the CBG, which is non-intoxicating cannabinoid, and its potential to reduce inflammatory associated with arthritis. Adam, this is they call it the mother cannabinoid, right? And so it's when we're growing the plant, if we pull it early, if we harvest it early, we have more CBG, but our plants only get a little bit of it, and that's why it is so expensive. So when you were referencing that and saying that you use it, I love that. Can you talk to me about your use and love of CBG?
Well, I actually, the only thing that has gotten me through the physicality of this move and the clearing the property and doing all kinds of just physical labor is CBG. It is absolutely incredible for inflammation, and I'll take gummies throughout the day as I feel aches and pains come on. And I mean, as a chef, we're on our feet all the time, and so yeah, it non-intoxicating, but yeah, it's pain relief. It is fantastic.
Wow.
Oh,
Where are you getting these gummies from? I need some. Are you making
oh,
them?
no, you can actually buy a commercial. Give me. I'm sorry, you're gonna run this for a second. My
Hello,
dog just
darling.
tied herself up. Just a second.
Oh,
Hi, Zena.
hello, sweetheart. She sounds like a big dog. We can't really see her very well,
Yeah,
but she
she's a
sounds
husky.
big.
She's a husky, so she'll start screaming and
Oh,
doing husky things.
hello,
But okay,
sweetheart.
she's no longer
Um,
wrapped around a tree.
yeah, but CBG. We will I love that you know so much about it and that you're saying that yeah, like that people are saying that they're where CBD can sort of like make you feel a little bit low sometimes. CBG makes us feel high, not high, but uplifted as opposed to like whereas I find CBG can sort of weigh me down a little bit. That's what I,
Yep.
put it in my smoothies and I'm always like, oh, I did. It still has that effect to me. But when CBG, it's almost like, okay, let's go for a hike now.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. And
yeah.
it's
Very
that day,
good.
that part of the day where you hit a wall. You just take some CBG and suddenly you're bouncing off the wall.
Yeah. Okay, okay. Thank you for that. Adam, are you a Blue Jays fan?
I am a massive Blue Jays fan.
Yeah, we have a massive fan. So did you watch yesterday's game? Because they lost like eight
They
to
did.
two. Eight to
Yep.
two at Look at this. But they're saying don't blame Trey. And he's like I call him a little baby blue jay because he's only 22. Like he's only 4 years older than my own baby. So
Yeah.
he's so cute and he works so hard and he pitched like like a gladiator, right?
Oh,
But
he's a monster.
yeah, he is. But that Penango, another little baby blue jay, another rookie, made some serious rookie mistakes yesterday.
Yeah, yeah, but it's there's so many injuries through the lineup right now that I actually as much as I want to see them win every game, nobody has ever gone 162-0, but for for them to be getting these young guys some big league experience and just watching the absolute joy
Yeah.
throughout that dugout, win or I mean, they don't like losing, but
No.
they're just such a fun team to
When
be
they
to
put
be
the
a fan of.
jacket on, oh my gosh, and
Yeah.
they're all like sometimes you watch the fellows that go into the other dugouts and they're like, "Oh yeah," but when they're in the Blue Jays, they're high-fiving each other, they're smack each other's bums, they're, cheering, they're love, they love each other so much, and I think that's why they're so successful because they have each other's backs.
Yeah, there's real joy in that team, which is
Yeah.
as a fan. I mean, what more can you ask for? You've got a group of players that really care, that want to represent the city and the country, and do a heck of a job at it.
Yeah, yeah, we're lucky to have them. Okay, so if we're not watching the Blue Jays, maybe we're going to the movies. This is the box office from this past weekend. Are you a Star Wars fan at all, Adam?
No, but I'm married into a family that are massive Star Wars fans.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Because we're Star Wars geeks in our home. So, big Star Wars people. I'm glad that you at least have some association. So, you know what I mean when I say the Mandalorian and Grogu was number one at the box office. Do you know who they are?
I know the words.
Okay. You've probably seen the image of this green Yoda baby everywhere and
Yes,
Cupsy's
yes.
toys and everything like that. So they gave him a movie finally, and they didn't do so well as like they thought that because it's Star Wars it would do a little bit better. But I think 163 million dollars worldwide is a lot of money, but they're saying no, it wasn't a lot. But that's what happened at the box office. That was number one at the top. Are you going to be going and seeing any of these movies in the next little while? Obsession, Michael, Devil Wears Prada, Sheep Detectives, any of those for you, Adam?
I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Our spare time is spoken for pretty much for the rest of the summer.
Yeah. That makes sense. I love drive-ins, so I'm going to be finding them at drive-ins somewhere at this point in time in summer. Adam, it's been so fun chatting with you today. Thanks for joining me on The Voice.
Pleasure is all mine. Looking forward to the first.
It's going to be amazing. Where can people find you and follow along with everything that you're doing?
Our website is yourcanachef.ca. Our Insta is at yourcchef, and I believe our Facebook is YC Chef. So just search Your Canna Chef, will come up.
We'll find you. We'll find you. Thanks so much, Chef Adam. I'm Reverend Kelly. This has been The Voice. This is KGL TV. We will see you next time.